let's start with Ryan Clark.
Two-part question for you. The first is, to have a game in an overtime like that, what did it mean for you and this team? And the second is, and this is more your insight as a goaltender, the degree of difficulty what Ryan Donato did in the shootout. Like, how do you defend that? Or do you really, or how can you?
I really can't hear anything, but I'm assuming you're asking how overtime. Can you repeat the question? It's really tough to hear.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, what about right now? Is it better to hear me?
Yeah, turn it up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So no, what I was asking, I'll speak a little bit louder. What I was asking, a bit of a two-part question. The first is, for you, what does it mean to not only get a win like this, but to get a win in overtime, considering that's been a bit of a problem spot for this team? And then second, when you look at what Ryan Donato did in overtime as a goaltender, how do you defend against that, or can you really, given the way he's able to sell that hesitation?
Yeah, no, I think really, really great effort. One of the better games we've played all year. Overtime, they got one shot. They barely touched the puck, but we were like all over them, and that's key. We got to be patient. I think we lost 2 overtimes here before. We worked on that, and was a different overtime. We adjusted. We had so many chances. We could have ended in regulation too. Could have ended in overtime, and then obviously in the shootout, everybody made a great move. It's important to make the save at the right time and absolutely put the puck in the net when we need to. For me, I was just watching in overtime. I was watching the guys my mind is clear. Just watch them, and if Chicago gets the puck and comes down, you got to read the situation and make a stop.
Darren?
Philip, I mean, you're going against Marc-Andre Fleury today, who is, playing an unbelievable game. As you're watching that play out the other end, does that factor into your mental approach at all? Does it kind of make you think like, oh, I got to beat this guy who's playing unbelievable?
My approach is, doesn't matter who's on the other side, get the 2 points and beat who's ever on the other side. It doesn't matter if it's Marc-Andre Fleury, who's having a great game, or I don't know who else. But yeah, he played unreal for them today. The saves he made, that's what you're going to see from him all year, right? So unbelievable goalie, made it tough for us to score. He made the save at the right times for them, and was a big battle, I think.
Jen?
You mentioned that this is one of the better games that you have played all year. We know what the numbers say, but why was it, in your opinion, such a great game?
Well, first of all, 60-minute or 65-minute effort from everybody. We didn't give them too many odd man rushes. We didn't. They had a breakaway or 2 breakaways there, but other than that, I don't think they really had anything. Our D-zone coverage was phenomenal. Guys were blocking shots, and defense mentality first before we try to score too many times. So defensive first, and then obviously great job on the kills and power play. So special teams, it's always big. Can always shift the momentum, but overall, I think. We were fast on pucks, closing them off, and didn't give them too much.
Nico?
Thank you. Philip, obviously, so many of the games during this losing streak had been, giving up the late chance or something not going your way late. For it to go your way late and, absorb all those missed chances in overtime to win it in the shootout, can this be something that maybe launches this team forward and changes the trajectory, the momentum, and all that for you guys?
Yeah, when you look at the last couple of games, I think we played really well. We were just a little bit away, just always an inch away from winning it, or not being smart enough. We get scored on, the next shift is important. We score. Whoever's out there again, we need to shut them down and be smart and play smart with the puck in right times. Last 5 minutes of the game, I don't think they had anything. So that's the way we need to play. You can't sit back and let other teams take control of the game, and I think that's what we did today. It started in Colorado. I think we played a really good game, didn't get the 2 points, went into Dallas, same thing. Really close games, and today we found a way to win. So moving forward, we need everybody, 60 minutes, every shift. It's almost like playoff mentality. You can't you can't have any passengers out there. Every shift, every situation matters.
Thank you.
Let's finish up here with Matt Calkins.
Hey, Philip, I mean, maybe you touched on this a little bit, but I just wanted to know what this has been like. How much the losing streak has weighed on you guys over the month? Obviously, I think every time you come out and you don't get the win, it probably gets a little bit harder. What's it been like in the locker room over that stretch?
Yeah, every time you lose a game, it's not fun. The more you lose, the more frustrating it is. We're in a winning business. We need points, we need wins, and also you can learn from those negatives, and obviously it's frustrating. Everybody wants to win, but just because we're losing doesn't mean we're not working on stuff. And as I said, like, we were really close in the last couple of games. It's just like we didn't get that bounce where we maybe today got that bounce. But you can assess a couple of things during a losing streak, and obviously if you win games, like, you can also work on things. So obviously it's been frustrating, but today we found a way to end this, and hopefully next game same approach, and then we go one game at a time.